Hello friends, got a few different things going on today. I've had a birthday recently and I got some really pretty flower arrangements and the roses smell fabulous in them. So I'm just taking it all in. Also, I wanted to share with you about, so I've talked to you about buying old toys and reselling them on eBay and how valuable some of the old toys can be. But I didn't talk to you about, and I've talked about jewelry, obviously, I do jewelry videos all the time, but I haven't talked about like vintage sunglasses or just regular glasses. Some of them can be really valuable. So I got these today, $1 at a thrift store. I had a pair of Ray Bans like this in the 80s in junior high school. And so I was going to share what you need to look for. Some of the vintage ones can be really, really worth a lot of money depending on what style. So I have some Aviator Ray Bans that I got a few years ago that are actually in really good condition. There's just like surface scratches, very small surface scratches. These ones I got today for $1. And the first thing that you will notice about Ray Bans, and they are fake Ray Bans, but the vintage ones even have laser engraved in the lenses. So the first thing you want to look for is the little logo in the corner of the glasses, and it says Ray Ban. And there are some that are Ray Ban, or they're not actually Ray Ban. So I didn't get my loop out yet. And then the next thing you want to look at is on the sides of the glasses. So these are definitely vintage. Look how big these backs are. So you want to look at the logo on the side, and you can see Ray Ban on both sides. So you want to check both sides. So it does say Ray Ban on both sides. And then there is laser engraving. It's much better nowadays, but these vintage ones, it's a little more rustic. So the Ray Ban is here, and sometimes it's like on both lenses, like here in the newer ones, but on the old ones, you can't see it on the outside unless you look like really, it's harder to see, but you can see on the inside, it just looks kind of like a scratch right there. So you want to look for that. See if I can get it where it's not in the reflection of the light. I saw it better when I was angling it in the light. Okay, so right there. Let's see if I can angle it. You're only going to be able to see it in the light, I think. So it's an R and a B. So I'm just letting you know it's there. You could kind of see it when I held them just right, and the light reflect right there. It's an R and a B. And if I think it's just, oh wait, right? Come on. Where did it go? Right there. Did you see it? Oh, both my arms are shaking. Anyway, hopefully you saw it. It flashed through the screen. So you want to look for the R&B. Also, sometimes the vintage cases can be worth something. So this is a more vintage case with the button and the snap. They have the logo on it right there. And they kind of look like, I don't know if you'll be able to see in there. No, probably not. Anyway, there's a little, it's got like a velvet glued in, and then there's like a place for to set the glasses on. And the vintage ones fit in there just perfectly, and a little snap. But, you know, and you don't want them to slide around. So it just depends on the glass case versus the glasses, because the Aviator glasses I have are very thin. They fold very flat. They're a metal frame, and they'll slide. So you want to make sure that they aren't sliding and scratching. These ones have surface scratches on them. I mean, these are old, and you can see that there's surface scratches on the front. They're old. But the vintage ones can be worth a lot of money depending on which style you have. And I kind of like this style. Like, if you can see, they're kind of cut out right here. There you go. Can you see how they're kind of cut out? Fun. There's like a little keyhole almost, and then they have these little wings that come out on this pair. They are a little loose because they don't have the anything to hold them up there, and they are, I'm sure, stretched out a little bit for what they are. I mean, how old they are. But like I said, I did have a pair like this in the 80s. 82 maybe, 83. So that's nice. These are the newer cases for Ray-Ban. You can also, like, people lose these, so you can sell these online. They're depending on the glasses and the style. Like I said, people will pay. My son-in-law's in optometry school, and I was joking asking him how much it would be to replace those lenses that are scratched, and he said he's like, I don't know why they're so expensive. The Ray-Bans, used Ray-Bans, and the vintage ones are so expensive, but they're just a brand people like. They've been around for a long time. So anyway, I wanted to share that with you, that you can look for those. I found 3 or 4 pairs, and I know 2 other guys that shop regularly that have found pairs at the secondhand store, vintage ones. So just keep an eye out. Usually the sunglasses will go for $1 at thrift stores. They don't usually go for more than that, and they're usually just in a large bin. So they will be a little scratched depending on how soon they put them out. The other problem I've had with the blue lensed Ray-Ban, they'll stick the price sticker on the front, and then when you peel it off, it will peel off the coating on the sunglasses. So you just kind of need to be aware. I've let the store know not to put them on the lenses, because that's happened on several different pairs, and so they usually put them on the back arm, which I appreciate because it makes the value of whatever you're buying. So there are different brands that are worth more than not. So I would just suggest, you can kind of see the quality in them. They have labels, and they're a little bit better made than the cheaper ones you'd get from like the dollar store or something. So the weight of them oftentimes is a little heavier than the cheaper ones. So I would just say, look at if they have a logo on them and the weight, and then look them up and see what their resale value is online. But that's just another thing I wanted to share with you about what you can buy, not just jewelry or, toys or whatever. They're kind of things that other people overlook. People look for electronics and that kind of thing, but they don't always look for jewelry bags or sunglasses. So anyway, so I got a jewelry bag this week. I haven't had any for a couple months. I've shared that there's a lady that makes it difficult to get it. And so the only time recently I've gotten anything was when she's missed it, because it's a small gold chain that's attached to something else in the bag. So I saw that there was a gold chain, a very small gold chain attached to one of these somethings. And this is a silver bag. Obviously, it's a silver blue bag. She sorts by color, this lady. And it had a gold necklace in it. So I know that it was a mistake. She didn't see it, because it wouldn't have been in this bag. It would have been in a gold bag, not in this. If you notice, everything in here is silver. And then there's this gold necklace in here. So I know she didn't see it when she was sorting. So I'm not complaining, because that's the only reason I bought the bag, was because there was gold in it. So I'm happy about that. But it's been at least a month and a half since I bought a bag. It hasn't been anything in them. So I've got my loop and I've got my magnet, and clearly these are all attached with the price tag still on them. So I'm having a yard sale coming up and I will just sell it at a yard sale. It's where I usually sell my bag jewelry that I don't want. So I just bag it in smaller bags and then sell it at the yard sale. These are little pink and white rhinestones with gold backs that are magnetic, so they're not of any value, but somebody might want them. I'll sell them at the yard sale. These are fun. You can get these pretty much Caribbean islands, Mexico, anywhere there. These are magnets. And my kids loved playing with these when I would we bought one in every color, and we'd wear them to church, and the kids would play with them during church. So we would just wear them, you know, like just wrap them around and wear them to church, and they would play with them. So my granddaughter will love that. It'll match just about any color dress she could wear, and she would wear that to church, and it will fit her because the magnets fit any size arm. So she'll love it. So happy birthday to her. A glass plasticky ring. What I do with those is I put them in prize little containers for prizes for piñatas or carnival games. Just this last couple weeks ago, we had a family reunion and had a carnival, and we were able to use all those kind of little prizes at that. These are not magnetic. I'm not quite sure. They don't look silver to me. But the fact that they're not magnetic. But look at the backs. They don't look silver. They look machine made. So even the hook is not magnetic. So I'm not quite sure what's going on there. They do not look silver to me. I don't know. They look machine made. They don't. We can do the tarnish test. They look like they're supposed to be dark. So I think they're just maybe, I don't know. They are not doing any tarnish. No darkness. They just don't look silver. And I don't know what they are. Some kind of alloy maybe? I don't know. I don't know what to tell you on that. That's very different. Okay. So another magnetic one. These colors are a little weirder. They're kind of orangey red. So maybe Halloweeny, but then it's got pearls, so it's kind of different. The thing that's nice about these is you can use them as necklaces or bracelets, and that's why the kids really liked them, because they could fit my kids' little skinny wrists or their necks, because they have teeny little fingers, teeny little necks. Okay, so here's the gold necklace, and it's a box chain. Almost looks silver on the camera, but it looks gold from here. And it has the right clasp type loop on it. And I did look at it at the store through the bag with the loop, and it said 925 on it. Italy, I think, is 925 Italy. So I think it's, and let me check the little clasp, see if it's marked as well. Usually if it's Italy, they are marked, and that says 925 too. So Italy will sometimes mark gold 925, which is the standard of sterling for the gold and standard of so anyway, let me show you. You can kind of see that that's the wrong side. Let me see if I can show you the Italy or the 925 on this one. Okay, so right there, there's 925 stamped clearly on the clasp. And then right there, it says Italy, and then 925 right there. So it could be plated, but normally they would say 925 sterling with plate, 14 karat plate or something like that. And Italy doesn't usually plate. They're usually, if they're saying it's 925, it's either gold standard 925 or silver 925. And it's stamped very deeply. Sometimes when it is gold, because gold is soft metal, they will put some kind of alloy in the clasp itself. And you can see it's just the clasp that is magnetic right there. And there's no magnetism to the necklace at all. It's just in the clasp, which is what you want. It makes the clasp stronger so that it doesn't break. So that's a good sign. That to me is a good thing. I believe that's gold from Italy. It's a happy moment. All right, another piñata find. And that was the reason I bought this whole bag, was that gold necklace for 20. I think that's a really good buy. This is aluminum. Aluminum is not magnetic. May the odds be ever in your favor. Okay, that's a Hunger Game bracelet. I don't know if my kids would be into that or not. One of them was Katniss for Halloween one year, but I think that's over. Some Lucky Brand earrings. Obviously, they're not real, but somebody would buy them at the yard sale for 50 cents maybe. Also, these feel like another kind of the same alloy that these are. I think they might have even come together. They just feel like, I don't know. They're not silver, but they're silver in color. They're not magnetic. I don't know what they are. A bracelet with beads. These go well at yard sales. I usually just sell all the beads. People buy them at the yard sale. These are wood. Little bead bracelet. Actually, this one might be good for the piñata pile, so I'll put that in the piñata pile. It just depends on how big it is and what it's like. Oh, I've never seen a hair clip like that. That's cute. Look at that. I like that. Usually these will fall out and you lose them, but so this goes in the bun, over the bun, and then this goes underneath to capture the hair to stick in the other side. So let's see if I can do it in the front so you can see it like that. So cute. Look at how cute that is. I've never seen one like that before. That would be cute in a bun. This is glass beads with flowers in them. I think my granddaughter would like that as well. That's kind of cute. I don't know. It's kind of big for her, but they're just dress ups. And like this is Elsa and Anna dress up. So I always just throw those in. Like this is not, and I would not even put that in the piñata pile because it's kind of stretched. So some kind of Halloween bracelet. It needs a bun. I think one of my daughters would actually like that. She wears buns in her hair all the time. I think she would think that was cool. So I will ask her. This is a little boy's beach necklace and or could be bracelet, anklet, but I think I'll put that in the prize pile as well. That or the luau box. I have a luau box that we use when we do family reunions. So another watch band bead thing. More little kids' beadies kind of thing, glass beads. I have a ton of these. They're just turquoise necklaces. They come oftentimes in these because they were popular a little while ago. It's not real. I just put it at the yard sale. I wanted to see if these are magnetic at the bottom or just at the top. So these are not magnetic at the bottom. They are magnetic at the top. Sometimes this part is silver and it's hollow, and then the top will be magnetic because it's stronger than silver. So the fact that they're not magnetic at the bottom, otherwise they can be aluminum or something. But so when it's like that and it could be silver at the bottom, I always just double check the inside and see if I can tell if it's plated or if there's any markings that would indicate that it's actually silver. I see green, so that leads me to believe that it's plated silver. So let me see if you can see it. Right in there, there's green, which means there's copper in there somewhere that's oxidizing green. And so these are not magnetic because they're copper, and then they're plated with silver. And that's why they're not magnetic, is because they're copper. There is a little bit of recycle value to copper, but they would have to, in the recycling, they have to break it down and then pull the silver out and the copper out. And most recycle places don't do that unless you have a large amount. So it just depends on where your recycle place is and what they do. If you can find one that will pull apart the different alloys in it, so like the copper out and the silver out and the brass out, that's better if you're going to do bulk jewelry, because a lot of them are brass underneath, some of them are aluminum, some of them are copper. So if you're going to recycle all the metals that are kind of like this, then you're going to want to find a place that will break them down individually. This is a crystal. It's glass and some kind of a quartz. It's interesting. Some kind of a bead and a stone bead, and then crystals on the top. But the metal part is cheap. Something. So you can see there's some kind of magnetism to it. It's very light, and so I don't think it's of any value. And then these are clamped on, so they're just clamped on to just a chain. So it looks like somebody made this. There's not even actually any clasps on this chain at all. They were using this as the clasp and the base of the necklace. So I think I will just put it back on and let somebody buy the whole thing as a necklace. So that's interesting. Anyway, no value other than the stones if somebody wants some of the stones. So just saw that at the yard sale. This one's kind of fun. Look at all the different colors. This is something my mother would have loved. It's copper. Sometimes these can be designer made, so you just always want to look for a designer mark or a tag. Well, oftentimes they'll have their own little tag, and then they'll just put together their own kind of little thing. This actually looks really pretty with these flowers I showed. It's the same color as the flowers. Just drape it around the base of the flowers for a few days. I don't won't keep that. I have no reason to keep that. So, there is, let's see, earring stuck on this. This is just shells. I will put this in the, actually, I don't even think I'm going to do that. It's just lightweight. I would put it in the luau, but I have plenty of that stuff at the moment, so I'm just going to donate that to the yard sale I'm going to have. These are teething beads that a mother wears and lets the kid chew on. They're rubberized, and they always have these plastic clasps for the kids so that they don't get damaged. But this gives the kid something to chew on, but the mother doesn't have to worry about her jewelry. So this looks like they lost one there. Usually there's knots in between each one of them. So, oh look, there we go. There we go. Get them. Anyway, I don't know. So it's just pop them up and I don't know. Anyway, so they're just so kids don't hurt themselves and they can teeth on them. So I don't know if you can sterilize those, boil it down or something. I don't know. I'll have to ask my daughter on that one. They didn't have them when I had kids. That's something I learned from my grandkids. This is very cute. I think a kid would like that. I'll put it in the piñata pile. It's just a leather beaded bracelet that's kind of cute. This also is kind of cute. Rainbow glass beads bracelet. It's kind of fun. I think all of these would have been hits as prizes at the carnival we just had at our family reunion. So I'm just going to go ahead and stick them in there. These were really popular in the early thousands. My oldest daughter had one of these, but this one doesn't even look like they're kind of a stretch bracelet, and you would buy these little stones that would go, or things that identified you in the little areas in between. So there's 3 different watch bands that you could put on there. Or there's 4. So, and this has a couple of beads on it. So something a cop, and then a cop, and support the troops, and I love something, and Britain. So my guess was this was a military person that had this, or a child of a military person. Support our troops. And so if you pull them apart, you can pull the links off and put a new link on, and they had all these different links you could buy that made it personal to you. So they were super, super popular in the 90s. All the kids had them, and then it kind of came and went. But like all good things, they'll probably come back, because everything that was popular when I was a kid came back. Funny. Okay. A little shell necklace that's taped. So this will probably end up in the garbage. I think the tape is holding it together. Yeah, I don't know. I don't want to find out. Frankly, I don't want beads all over my house. So I think I'm just going to throw it away because I don't really care that much about it. And this is just a cheap little necklace that somebody would put something on. So I don't care about that either. A little kind of kid type earrings. Kind of you get at the mall. Beads. People like these. They'll come to my yard sale and buy these glass beads, and then make their own. Take them apart and make their own thing. So those always go well at the yard sales. Another little shell bracelet from something. Actually, it looks more like an anklet. It's big enough that it's probably an anklet. So I will put that in the piñata pile, and or it could go in the luau pile. Doesn't really matter. And then there's these. which obviously Kmart, they're not of any great quality. And these probably went on it as well. So I will stick all of those earrings on there. These look like they could be silver, just the way that they are made. They look like they're could be homemade, and the way they're being packaged. Yeah, these are sterling. You can see they're super, super shiny. Usually sterling, let me show you the difference between, there are no earrings to compare them to. Yeah, here. Okay, usually sterling earrings have a very thick back. Usually non-sterling, can you see the difference, how thick this is and how thin this is? So these ones are, that's an indicator how thick they are. Also super, super shiny. The backs also have a larger hole because of the thicker thing. So these will not stay on a normal earring very well because the hole is bigger because they're homemade. So they don't stay on a regular earring. The backs won't. Also the front looks like it's inlaid. So oftentimes homemade silver jewelry by Native Americans will have that kind of a coppery color and or turquoise. Those are two colors that are common in that culture. And let me see if I can show you the stamps. Sometimes the stamps are on the earring itself. Sometimes the stamps are on the stem. Sometimes they're on the earring back. So let's see if I can find where they are. Okay. They are a designer, LM, and there, or no, W. That's interesting because the 925, oh no, I was holding it upside, so it is an LM. Okay. So if it's quality, it's usually stamped very clearly, and it on the stem you can run your finger along it, and I show this in lots of the videos where I talk about identifying jewelry or gold or silver. You run your finger along the stem and there'll be ridges, and you can feel that it's got writing on it, and then you can look with the loop and see the writing. So right there is a 925 stamped in it, and it's silver, so it's going to be kind of hard to see. And then there's an LM, if you can see the writing right there. Hopefully you can see it. 925 and LM. So those are sterling. They look like they've never been used or worn. They're very clean. They're in a cute little display container that you would get at a roadside or oh my gosh, what is it called when you go to a historical site and they have a museum or a shop where they sell wares. Anyway, so gift shop. Thank you. A little blonde moment here. This is a watch that is super heavy. It's like, I don't know if you can, it's so heavy. Look how thick the back is. It's like, your arm would get exercise just lifting it. My gosh. Eclipsy. Oh! It's sterling silver. No wonder it's so heavy. Oh my gosh. Oh, happy day. Good $20 gift. And no wonder it's tarnished on the back. I did not see that coming. That is very, very rare. Very rare to find a sterling silver watch. Like women's watch. Men's, you can find them. Women's, so rare. The only ones I've ever found have been custom made by Silversmith. Like, that is so rare. Oh my gosh. Let's see if I can. It's tarnished on the back. So I started rubbing it and you can see already it's tarnished and it's coming off. Gosh, I don't know. The back looks like it could be plated, but look, it's got screws in the back. So I'm wondering what the inside is like. See the screws? So that almost looks like silver plate over brass. But oh man. 925 right there. But the clasp below it says China, which is not a good sign. So, wow. Interestingly enough, that's silver, and you can flip it, and that's gold. And it has the shortening and the lengthening, where you can make it longer or shorter. You can take this off and you can take this off. Gosh, if that's real silver, that's amazing. Let me show you where it says sterling silver. I'm going to move the watch. But I told you from the minute I picked it up, it was heavy, and that's very unusual. So it says sterling silver. So I'm going to have to look that one up. I've not heard of that brand. I've never seen a watch like this before. Very unique. It's got an E for Ecclesie or whatever the brand is. You saw where it's stamped 925 on the band right there where I showed you. So that's 925. It looks sterling. It feels like it could be sterling. It's very heavy, very, very heavy. Look at that tarnish coming off of there. If it's silver plated, it's got some heavy, it's got some kind of heavy metal, and it feels like silver. It's very heavy. Gold and silver are actually very heavy metals. Look at that. And it's shining up beautifully. Holy cow. Kind of want to put a battery in it. I love this. This is unique. I've never seen this. It flips and then you've got the gold. And then it flips and it's got the silver. It's like a really unique design. I've never seen that before. I think this bag just might have paid for itself in silver for sure. 20 bucks. I got a gold Italian necklace and some little cute earrings and a sterling watch band that is super heavy. And if this is real gold plate or even plate, but that's thick. Look how thick that is. That is super, super heavy. I don't know. Any which way you look at it, it's cool. I like that it rotates. It's really fun. Huh, and that you can make it bigger or smaller. It seems very quality. I will have to do some, and it could be played on the back just to make it stronger. Silver is very soft, and to have the back be silver and then screwed on, it could bend, or if it's sterling, which it says sterling silver on it, it could bend. They would have to make it super thick, which it is. I mean, I did say that from the very beginning. Look how thick that is. So, and it screws on, which more quality backs don't pop off. They screw off in different ways. But depending on the country, or the watchmaker, they have tools that take them off, but this looks a little older, and so it would probably screw. And so that's very interesting. So it says Eclipse sterling silver 925. And then there's a serial number or something. And what does that say? So it says sterling on the band, it says sterling on the back, it says sterling on the front. I think that the back is just plated because of the strength that it gives the watch. And I said it from the very beginning, that's a heavy, heavy watch. So I really actually think this could be worth some money, even just silver value, let alone the watch itself maybe having some value. It looks really pretty. It looks quality. When I looked it through the loop for the name, even the hands on the watch look quality. I was actually quite surprised by the gold look of the numbers and the hands. They just look a little bit more quality. So I was actually surprised. Just like, for example, look at the back of that. I don't know if you can see it. They just have a little bit more detail than you would get in a cheap watch. Can you see, like, the points are very, very detailed, and the numbers are very, very crisp and detailed. The lettering, the sterling silver, is very detailed. The second hand is very detailed. So my guess is it really is silver. Even though the band was made in China, sometimes you can get quality items from China. You just have to be careful. A lot of times people will go and get pearls in China. You can get real pearls in China, and you can get cultured pearls in China, and you can get crappy pearls in China. So it just depends on where you get the item and how much you pay for it. But from the beginning, I'm like, that is very heavy. And then it says sterling on the back, the front, and the clasp. So anyway, I'm going to count that as a win, because anyway, look at it, there is some silver on it. So that's a happy. And that was the last thing in the bag, other than this little diamond. Wouldn't that be cool if it was real? But usually diamonds are not put on with clasps. They usually screw on back. So one earring, an odd earring. The rest was kind of fun. So happy day. I got the Ray Bans for $1. And then the $20 grab bag, I've got Italian gold and silver earrings, custom made designer. The value on those depends on the designer. Some designers are worth more than others. You just have to look up the designer. Some of them you won't be able to find. They're just individual designers. It just depends on how well known their stuff is and how much it goes for. And then this is my happy find for the day. I really think this could be some value, so I'm going to do some research on that. So thank you so much for watching. And also this fun little thing, which I've never seen before. Cute little rainbow. So thanks for watching. Check out my blog, thesecretisgratitude.com, and you can type in silver and dream to know why I do this. And I've been doing this for a lot of years. And then I have sorting videos or posts where I talk about how I store them and how I sort them and label them and those kind of things. So check those out on my blog and or my YouTube channel. I have a playlist that's just treasure hunting, where I am going through bags. Just something to have on in the background. I just watch people's videos and have them on in the background. So I'm kind of that kind of a person. There's not a lot going on in the videos, but I find treasures. So yay. Anyway, thanks for watching. If you like, click thumbs up, subscribe. That's how YouTube does their analytics now. You kind of have to have thumbs up on the videos or they don't get viewed. So thank you for that. Have a blessed day.